Hey guys, what's up? Today here I'm with a new video that you guys are probably really gonna like. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, which is really cool. It's about how to buy games. And it's my top 5 tips on how to buy games. Now, I have a few games that I actually got here from a while back during Thanksgiving. So here, I have a couple games, as you can see here. And I got Call of Duty, I got Infamous, Red Dead Redemption, Killzone, Max Payne. I got 4 of the Assassin's Creed games right there, Bioshock 2 right there. I also got Need for Speed Shift, which is actually kind of an old game, but I wanted to buy it for a while, so I actually went out and I bought that game. And I bought Infamous 1, actually, the first Infamous, so I have both Infamous 1 and Infamous 2, which I still have yet to finish. So these are my top 5 tips on how to buy games. Let's get started. Alright, so let me give you guys a little bit of background when it comes to buying games. And starting with number 5 is plan your spending. That's the number one thing. Plan how to spend. Because if you don't sit down and you take a sheet of paper and you write down what you want, you'll never get pretty much where you need to go. I've had a couple of incidences where I show up at the store and the game that I really wanted wasn't there. One of those cases was when I went to buy these games. It was when I wanted to get Skyrim and they didn't have Skyrim on sale on that same day. So I was kind of anxious to get a game so that I could get, I could set up, 12 games for my setup. So instead I ended up buying Killzone 2. Which is pretty cool. I really like Killzone 2. I played it for a little while and it was really fun. So that's like that was like a planned spend, but I didn't get very far with it. Now, going on to number 4. Save your cash. That's the number one thing that I follow. Save your cash. Don't spend your cash right away. Save your cash and use the last method that I showed you, which is plan your spending. So you save your cash, and then you can plan your spending and look ahead. If you save a little bit of money, let's say you save, 30, 40 bucks. 30, 40 bucks can get you a handful of games, let alone the amount of games that I showed you right now. Right here I have 10 games. Give or take like 2 boxes, which they didn't have. They only gave me the little sleeves with the games in it. That was it. That's the only thing that they gave me. But other than that, it was worth the buy because it was 12 games. Now, I got it for $80. Now, you might be saying, was it worth it? Well, I'm going to give you a little bit more toward the end why I decided to buy those games at that time. So, for number 3 is wait for sales. That's another thing that I definitely enforce. Wait for sales. I bought these games during Black Friday. And the store was full. They had like a line. I had to wait about 30 minutes in line just to get to the cash register. It was crazy. But I got them at GameStop, so it's another plus, which is really good. These games are really easy to find. You just go on their website, plan right there. Another thing, going back to the 5th step, plan your spendings. And then if you save a little bit of cash, you can end up going and waiting for what sale you want. They normally will have probably every other month or every 2 months they'll have a buy 2 get 1 free, so it's definitely worth the wait. Now for number 2, review. That's one of the number one things that I look is to see reviews for games. If I'm getting a game and I don't know pretty much nothing about it, I want to learn a little bit more about the game. So what do? I go out and I try to look for what they have. So let's say what type of gameplay the game has. If I really like the gameplay, I might as well get the game. What else? I look for for a lot of stuff. But that's the sort of thing. You gotta set goals for what kind of gameplay you want in your game. Like, for example, I went out and I bought Red Dead Redemption. The reason why I went out and bought Red Dead Redemption is because, first of all, I've already tested out the game before. I had actually gotten the game through GameFly, and I said, you know what, this game is worth the buy. So I went to GameStop and got it on sale with this. So, going back to the beginning, plan your savings, plan your spendings, save your cash, and wait for sales, which is always a good way to think straight, and review what the game has, which is really important. And now, the number one thing that I recommend everybody does is buy pre-owned games. Now, I know I might be sounding a little cheap right now, I understand, but I mean, for some of you, I understand that you might want to go out and say, oh, it's a brand new game, I'm going to get it because everybody's playing right now. And I understand the idea, but if you, like I said before, if you wait for sales, for the right time to buy it, like I said, I went out and I bought this on Black Friday. Now, like I said previously, I bought 12 games for $80. Now you're going to ask me, that's a lot of money. And I'm going to say, of course it's a lot of money. I understand that. That's clear, completely clear. But if you stop to think about it and think, well, for one game, one brand new game is $60 straight out of the shelf when it first comes out, especially for PS3 games. So when they're brand new, they're $60. But if you wait a little while when they're on sale, when they're down to like $30, because honestly, I got four of the Assassin's Creed games, all four. I got Assassin's Creed 2, I got Assassin's Creed 3, which was actually $13, and online it was actually for the same price as Assassin's Creed 2. Can you believe that? That like these two games are like really far apart, and they were both at the same price. I got Brotherhood and I got Revelations. All four games in total, I'm not even including the other games. All four games were roughly around $25. Now that's crazy if you think about it. If you stop to think about it, that's really crazy because you would never find it at a cheaper price. So let's go back and let's review all five of them. Plan your spendings. Go online, plan what you're going to buy. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just go on a sheet of paper, write down what games you want, see how much you're going to spend, which is good. And let me tell you, it saved me a ton of time and a ton of frustration and any sort of thing that I have to do. It's a lot easier and a lot simpler if you sit down and just plan what you're going to spend. Save your cash. Another thing. I've had friends come over. I've gone on vacation. I don't know how many times I've counted how many times my dad gave me like $20 and I went to buy a soda, a couple sodas, and then when I came back I had like $3 change. I saved that money, and by the end of it I had enough money to go out and buy games the way I wanted them to. So it's really worth the wait. It's really worth going out and saving your cash little by little, which is good, which is really good. But if you have all the cash, just go ahead and spend it all. I don't care. Wait for sales. Again, waiting for the sales is very important. Wait till like Black Friday or 4th of July. They usually have sales like that, which is really important. Just wait for sales. It's very important if you do that. Review the games. Go on YouTube. Watch videos. Go on GameSpot. Go on, anywhere. IGN is very important. When it comes to, they really enforce game reviews, which is really good. So I recommend anywhere between IGN, GameSpot, Smosh Games. If you want to, go ahead and go on their channel and watch their videos. They're really good. And just review the game overall and see if you really like the game. Or go ahead and just try out a demo. If you have PlayStation or Xbox, just try out the demo before you buy the game, which would be my suggestion. And number one, buy pre-owned or used games. That's the number one thing that I go for. All these games that I have here, not a single one was bought brand new. Not a single one. If you think I'm lying, I don't have the receipt with me, but I would show you there was $80. And if you think about it, it's like buying a brand new game, buying 10 games almost for the brand new price, which is crazy. But that would be my suggestion: is go out, plan, save your cash, wait for the sales, review the game, and then if you have all those together, then you can go ahead and see if the game is pre-owned. Pre-owned is always cheaper and always easier. Another thing that I suggest, as a side note, if you're going to get a game pre-owned, you also have the right to check with the cashier the quality of the disc. So what I would do is grab the disc, for example, right here. I would grab a disc like this and ask him to check if it's scratched. I know that it's a Blu-ray, like this isn't a Blu-ray disc, but if it was a Blu-ray disc, you would understand that, if there's a little bit of scratch, don't worry about it. But I always check. I always want to see in what condition it's in, if it's in the original box, which is very important. Other than that, it's very simple, and those are like my 5 ways of really just, setting up my mind before I go out and might buy a game. So those are my top 5 tips for you guys. If you guys want to go out and do anything with them, go ahead. You're free to do so. So that's all, folks, and I'll see you later.